everybody, welcome back to another video. This time I've got my wonderful student Joan Mayhew, who's been with me almost 3 years. Joan is 86 years young, and she comes every week. I want people to know how incredibly strong she is and how much you can do when you're older. Joan has had back surgery, she had stenosis, she has a drop foot, she's had bone spurs and a disc compression, she's had carpal tunnel syndrome on her hands. Despite all of this, she comes every week and she's an inspiration for everybody who meets her. So we're going to do some exercises today that I think are really good for all of us, but especially for seniors to really stretch out. We're going to use a red band, right, which is really good because for arms, it's just about perfect. You could start with a yellow band if you're not yet strong enough to do this, okay? All right, so what I want to have Joan start to do is bring the band between her thumb and her forefinger, right? She's going to have her elbows gently at her side. And then what I want her to do is just kind of stretch it out as if she's just going to open a door, okay? Good. And you inhale, you draw back to center. Sitting up super tall in your spine, and exhale, start to feel your ribs draw in as the hands reach out. Joan is also really good with breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth as she starts to engage her core muscles. Good. I like to do about 5 to 8 exercises for each of these. It's just about right, just to kind of feel the space in your spine. And then drawing out. She knows that I lose count sometimes, so sometimes it's in her favor and sometimes it's not. Good. And then pressing out here. Very good. Now, if she flips the palms over, she's going to get a slightly different stretch. Now right, and I want her to spread it apart. It's really stretching those arms, opening across the pectoralis muscles. Good, she's going to come back into center. Good, just draw it apart, trying to draw her shoulder blades down and wide. I'd like her to bring her ears back over her shoulders and sit really tall and stretch out here. Good, now some days this doesn't feel really comfortable to her because of her fingers, but we're going to work where we can today. She's having a good day. It's a beautiful fall day in Louisville, Kentucky. Good, and you're going to come back, inhale. Good, exhale, pull it apart. Start to feel the stretch, reaching it across the biceps and across your deltoids. Let's try 2 more, Joan. Inhale here, here. Good, exhale, stretching it apart. Good. She releases, you feel, that's okay, that happens. She's going to feel both the resistance of the strap and then the assistance as it draws back in. Good. Now what that's prepared her for is taking her arms back overhead. I want her to bring her arms up in front of her chest. Good. Now the first couple of times she's just going to need to work this easy, right? We don't want to strain. We're just going to draw it behind her as she starts to open up her shoulders. And then she's going to bring it down and in front of her body. Good. As she's bringing those arms up, she's trying to slide her scapula down the back and stretch her arms to make space for this. Good. Right. Very nice, Joan. Inhale, bring that back up. Try to keep your neck nice and long. And an exhale, drawing that down in front of you. We'll just do this about 1 more time. It's such an important exercise to do every day to let that space really stretch into your humerus. You all may hear my dog Cole barking at the dog outside. Good, and bring it up. That's it. And then exhale, stretch it around. Nice. How's that feel, Joan? Good. Pretty good? All right. Now, this next exercise, I want her to narrow the space between her hands to about the width of her shoulder. And this time, we're going to take it, right up in here, and then narrow it just a little bit, honey. So we're only going to go, let's choke up a little bit more. So it's about this distance of your shoulders. It's a different stretch. It seems like it would be the same, but it's not. Right, I'm going to take it right behind her head, and all I want to do is just bring it, slide it right down. Now, don't help the process by letting your head come forward. Good. Inhale back up. That's it. And then exhale. Just feel more of those trapezius muscles releasing down the back. Good. It's really challenging. Bring it up, long and tall in your spine. She also does Tai Chi, so she really is working on balance and core here. Nice job, honey. And reach it up, inhale. And exhale, release. Good. She went 1 more because she's ambitious. All right, now release that in front of you. Okay, for this next series, I want you to just slide that underneath your butt and try to have equal tail lengths coming out. Good. Yep. Just going to position it in front of the hips. Now we're going to work a little bit on the rotator cuff muscles. This is really important because a lot of people, even when they don't exercise, they can tear these muscles because they strain from overuse. So I want her to take her, let's bring the right hand to grab the left tail, right? I want her to first get her elbow at her side, right? And like she's going to have a door knocker drawing down, I want her to just open that door knocker out. So actually get your elbow into the side. Right, so you may not go very far. Just pull it apart right in here. Good, we'll just do a couple of these. It's just a good mobility and strengthening exercise. Trying to soften the shoulders. Good, that's it. And then bringing it apart. Good, now turn your fist up and you'll feel it a different way, right? So you're going to take your thumb under there, that's it. Good, elbow at your side. Good, stretch and open here. Right, and she's doing a really nice job of keeping her shoulder blades drawing down and feeling that stretch directly into the shoulder capsule. Good. Again, 2 more times. Don't need a ton of these, right? But it's important to move these muscles. Good. Now, we're going to do one more, and Joan may not remember this, so I'm going to do it with her. This is called Swakati. It's like the 3 Musketeers here. You want to lead with your elbow and stretch that arm out as straight as you can manage it. Very good. She even turned her pretty head over there to look at it. All right, so come back in here. So it's like you've got a waiter's towel on your hand, and you lead with the elbow and stretch out. Beautiful. And see, she's getting that really nice full extension. One more time. Stretch it apart. Beautiful, Joan. Good, and release it there. Good. Now let's take this strap in your opposite hand. So we'll start with the elbow in and your fist down. I want you to just slide it across like you're dusting the table with your forearm. So you're going to have your elbow in. Sorry. Forget that we have a dog here. It's just part of the charm at Pilates Louisville. All right, so you're going to open the shoulder out. Good, so this time, see if you can keep it. Okay, we're going to pause while my dog goes crazy with the mailman. We're going to start over. I'll just take that out of there. Thank you, Cole. Okay, now she's going to keep her elbow at her side. Good, and just open up like a doorknob. See if you can turn your fist down, sweetie. So like that, yes. So we'll do it 3 times this way. That's it, do it good. Elbow stays at your side. Inhale here. Exhale to press away. Good, Joan. Come back into center, inhale. And then exhale, press it out. Good. Now, do turn the palm up. Yep, come back in here. Right, and we're just moving into a different part of your rotator cuff. Good, that's it. And then open up again. Nice. All right, and then we'll just do 3 of those Swakatis. So here you take it into your fist. Elbow leads the parade. Lead with the elbow and then stretch, continuing that all the way out. Yeah, it's a little awkward. She made it look easy. Good. Come back into center. Okay, that's it. Lead with the elbow. That's it, and reach it out. That's a toughie on your non-dominant side. You're doing really well. Come back into center. Inhale. Good. Exhale and stretch it out. Good. Very nice. And it's hard. It's really hard to do. All right, now, the one thing we didn't really work here is triceps and biceps here. I'm going to have her now take actually her hands like here, like she's holding a bouquet of flowers. Yeah, and I'm going to just have her start to stretch her arms up here. That's going to wake up into the triceps just a little bit. Good, and then draw back in here. So it's almost like she's bringing her walking poles up. Stretch and feel that reach underneath your armpits. Good, and notice how tall Joan is sitting. Each time she's bringing her arms up, she's pulling her navel up and in and trying to gently draw her shoulder blades down the back. Good. One more time like this. Good. Lead with your bouquet of flowers, picking it up, strong, and feel. That's it. She really did a great job of dropping out of her trapezius. Good. All right, we'll end right there, Joan, because I don't want to tax you too much. All right, and we're going to have you step down for a second. Joan, she has done this without using these springs, but I like it because it helps her find a very comfortable position in her back, okay? I'm going to adjust these once we get them in here. Okay, so these straps, this is a balanced body machine, and it has these straps. So immediately what she feels here is support for the legs, that the weight of it can be very challenging on her core, but it also helps her find a bit of neutral spine, right? All right, so the first thing I want you to do, Joan, is let that butt really sink down into the sand. Exactly. And feel that stretch, right? We want the glutes to fire with the abdominals here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to have her do is bend her knees. Good. With her knees in tabletop. Now, if I'd asked her to hold her knees up like this, it would be a lot of strain on that poor back that's had so much surgery. We're going to do a version of toe taps here. I'd like her to take her arms down by her side. Good. And I want her to really think about the weight of the legs being heavy so that she needs to fire her abs before she moves any of the leg position. So with your hips nice and heavy, take an inhale to prepare. As you exhale, I want you to press your right thigh away as you pull your navel gently down. Keep the knee bent, sweetie. So it's like you're doing a toe tap. Good. We're going to do that same side. Take an inhale. Exhale. Tap. So you're just going to like lower it and lift it. Okay, just bend this knee for me. Good. And I want you to think about dipping it down in there. Yeah. Very good. Inhale, she comes up, butt stays long. Exhale, pull the navel down. Super good. I wish you just see the gorgeous recruitment she has in her abs here. Inhale. Good. Exhale from the navel, finding only where she can work within her range. One more time. Take a breath in. Good. Exhale. She pulls the navel in, and the weight of the leg goes to where she can feel it before her back starts to arch. Good. Bring this one up. We'll go into the other side. Go back and check in to make your hips are sinking down into sand, imaginary at least. Take a breath in. Exhale. Pull the navel down as the leg starts to lower. Really good. Inhale, she brings it back up, but tries to stay pretty heavy in those hips. Exhale. Pull the navel down. Very good. She's doing a very nice job of stabilizing in through this opposite leg, using a lot of adduction. Nice. How's it feel, Joan? Okay? Okay. Good. Inhale right there. Good. Exhale. Pull the belly first before the weight of the leg taxes the back. Great job. Inhale again. Last time. Exhale from the core. Good. All right. Now, we're going to alternate this, all right? One leg's coming down. And what I want Joan to do is really keep that psoas open and only go as far as she can. With both legs lifted, this is hard. Take a breath in. Exhale, pull the navel down, take the right leg away. That's it. Inhale, you come back up. Exhale, navel in, left leg goes down. Yeah. Good, very good recruitment. Come back to center, pull down, right leg. Awesome. She's doing a gorgeous job of softening her neck muscles, finding this really beautiful balance in her powerhouse in her neck muscles. Good. One more time. Exhale. One more set. Good. I wish you could see how nice she's doing in her powerhouse here. She's really as strong as anybody I teach, no matter her age, no matter her challenges here. Good. Feeling okay? Good. All right. Now, let's just lower your legs for a second, because that'll feel good in the leg right there. It's just a good stretch right into the hips. Okay? Because now I've got the most challenging thing of all. I'm going to have her bring both legs together back up into tabletop. She's got a little bit of Pilates V. Start with a bent knee, sweetie, right over your hips. Okay. Both legs is really challenging, so I would expect you to not go quite as far, all right? So take a breath in. Exhale, pull the navel down and press, good, through the heels, kind of isolating those hamstring muscles and the glute maximus. Good. Inhale, she's going to bring it back up. Good. Exhale, she fires her core first and then presses away. And I'm getting a great workout on my bicep because she is really pushing strongly through that calcaneus. Good on both feet. Exhale. We practice Buff Bones Pilates here at Pilates Louisville too, and Joan knows that well. She knows to build that bone density. Let's try 2 more times. Exhale, navel to spine, pressing away. Gorgeous. Try to keep your butt down and don't hike that right there. Good. Last time. And a girl. Exhale. Good. Keep that butt down, sugar. Yes, good. All right, she was trying to push out so far, she was raising her ass. Good, okay, bring it back up. Sorry to be so profane. All right, now, let's see if we can extend your legs strongly. Good, all right, now that should feel pretty nice after having them flex so long. What I want Joan to do now is just really, again, kind of reclaim her glutes onto the carriage. Right, she's probably about 5 feet tall, but she's feeling 6 feet right now because she's so long and stretching out her spine. Okay, with knees and feet together now, I want her to bend her knees. Good, keeping her feet at the height of the knee, I want her to press through that calcaneus. Good, and so stretching straight out, feeling lots of core, of course, but tapping into those glutes and hamstrings. Let's bring your knees together. Parallel position. Good, push away, pull the navel down. It's a great stretch for somebody to feel that hip extension right here. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Press it away. Super strong. She could easily just straighten her knee, but she's working deeply into the back of the hip. Nice. Now from here, with straight legs, I want her to work on some abduction and some adduction. So I use this metaphor of feeling like she's trying to spread cream cheese on a bagel from her heels. I like her to flex her feet, right, to really target those hamstrings. Take an inhale here, Joan. As you exhale, push the legs away, staying in parallel. Good. And then draw them back together. That's a girl. Good. Exhale. Squeeze it away. Yeah, and it's a really good stretch, a gorgeous wake up of the back of the hip. That's it, and she's stretching. She's feeling that within her range. Right? She could go really wide, really quickly, but it wouldn't be under control, and it really wouldn't be that hard. We don't do many exercises because they're all hard. Good, okay, now go ahead and from here, bend your knees. And let's take a frog foot, more of a turnout. Yep. And so she's again trying to work right deep in the butt. I like to tell people it's between the sit bones kind of cinching together as if you're trying to magnetize the glutes towards your heels. So she's going to take a breath in. And as she exhales, I want her to press strongly through the legs, reaching out. That's beautiful. I mean, she works for that length. Again, it would be easy to just straighten the knee, but she's working power here, which is showing what an experienced Pilates student she is. She has mobility. We're asking for stability as she moves different appendages and stabilizes others. And we're also asking for stamina, or strength here. She's doing a lot of exercises, working them deeply. Beautiful work, Joan. One more time. Inhale. Very stable pelvis. She's reaching it away. Good. Now, we'll take that same idea here into turnout, right? So she's abducting her thighs. We're changing the breath. Inhale out. Exhale, let's flex those feet, Joan. That's it. And stretch. Yeah. It's a little easier to get out. It's a little harder to come in. She reaches out. That's it. And she exhales. She's strengthening those inner thighs from that external rotation. Good. Let's flex those feet a little bit more. Yeah, good. And reach it out. Gorgeous. And then exhale, firing the core muscles every single time. Even though her legs are suspended here, she is working. Good. Reaching. That's it. And exhale. Drawing it back to center. Good. Now, after all that turnout, I want her to go again parallel. We're going to reach the legs up to the sky as we do a little bit of plantar flexion here. Okay? So I want her to try to point her feet. Yeah, really stretching across the peroneals here. Okay? A little bit of a scissor effect is in play here. All right, we're going to take an inhale again. Exhale, pull the navel in. I want you to stretch that right leg down as the left leg is starting to reach toward the sky. They inhale, they crisscross high. They exhale, they stretch it out. You should see again this beautiful core stabilization. I'm just giving her some hands-on cues, but she's doing the work. This is not me doing anything. Joan is strong. So it's just giving her a little confidence to know that her legs are not going to be dangling out there. Exhale, reach it away. Yes. Feels good, doesn't it? It's just a really nice movement of the hips. Inhale there. Exhale, reach out. Good, now let's make that transfer point a little higher, Joan. Let's go up in here. That's it. Now reach away. Yes, feel how much more core work that took. Great, honey. Come back up one more set. Transfer high. Inhale. That's it. Exhale. Get those abs settled before the legs stretch away. Good. Inhale, crisscross at the top. Exhale. Beautiful. She breathes better than just about anybody I teach. You can hear it, an audible, good breath that makes her focus, makes it strong. Good. Go ahead and bend your knees, honey. Just take a minute here. All right, now after all that work, what would feel really good for her, I think, is just to get her hips kind of open there, right? So we're going to call this her happy baby moment, all right? She's going to flex her feet. Yeah, and she's going to kind of just let her groin stretch. It just feels really nice. Let's even take your hands inside your thighs there, right? And just put a little bit of pressure in there, yeah, just to open up to where it feels good for her. And that's just a nice stretch, good isometric work, but also just really nice working through that hip. Good. She's earned this rest right in there. She's worked hard. Good. Now I'm going to set Joan up for some sideline leg work. And so we'll just take her out of this. Good. So I want her to roll over to face the camera. So she's going to roll over onto her left side. Good. Allowing her head to be nicely supported. And I'm going to take this back spring today. I'm going to slip it over her thigh. So again, she has just a little bit of support for these spring works. Now this is a heavy spring. Sometimes I will use a lighter handspring for Joan, and if that's what she needs on here, she'll let me know, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I want you to first straighten your legs out, making the body one long, beautiful line. So this is really good balance work. Her top hand, she's going to just gently press down like a kickstand here. And what I want her to feel, again, is more of this buff bones idea. Thank you to Rebecca Rothstein and your wonderful program, which has been such a wonderful addition for all of my students. All right, so here I want her to just feel the stretch of both legs, really elongating. It opens up through that sciatic area of her hip. It just feels pretty good. All right, so we're going to just do some circles here, Joan. I want you to bring the leg up. And exhale, you're just going to kind of move through that hip socket. Inhale, bring it up. That's it, and exhale, going around. Good. And each time she's focusing on length, you know, she's tightening the core, again, to protect from the weight of the leg. Good. Using breath, using movement. Beautiful. Good. And now bring this top leg up. That's it. Exhale. Drawing it around, a little harder in reverse. She's doing a beautiful job of really touching her heel down each time. And again, I am not doing this work. I've got some hands-on cueing to help maybe teachers out there who might want to, work with their students in this way. To just sometimes just having the hands as a frame can be very useful to students to sort of feel where should they move, where should they go. But she's doing all the work here. All right, now what I want her to do, without shrinking this side waist here, I want her to lower her heel here, and then I want her to use her abductor-adductor connection to press up just to the height of her hip. It's hard, okay? And then she's going to press and lower back down. Very good, Joan. Lift up just to the height. Yeah, she's firing her glute medius so well here. Reaching it down. Good. One more like this. Press it up. Good. Now here comes the hard part, all right, as if that wasn't hard enough. I want her to squeeze this bottom leg, and I want her to lift it to touch the top leg. Very good. Lower back down. So you talk about core muscles. Yeah, obliques, everything is kicking in here for her. Good, and lower it back down. See if you can keep this one up high, Joan. Yeah, and bring the other one to me. Oh, that's a little harder. I know, good, I expected that, girl. Now it makes me know she's doing it right. Good, lower it down. One more, bring it up. Awesome. Now both legs together. Lower and lift. Squeeze those abs. Yes, good work, sweetie. Lower, squeeze those abs. Lift. Ooh, yes, that makes it so much easier. Good, one more time. Squeeze and lift up. You rock. Woo, she's going to feel that tomorrow, right? Very, very good. All right, for these next exercises, I want her to make a banana pose. So instead of a long line, she's got a slight hinge at the hip. Okay? Now that bottom leg can just be active, but we want to make sure she doesn't roll back here into the back. All right, so she's just going to try to keep that long. All right, so for this one, Joan, we're going to do that side lying leg series. All right, so I want you to straighten this leg out again. Good, and you're going to keep it really stretching in about the height of the hip. So try not to lower as you come in, so keeping that adductor firing. I'm going to get this out of the way so you can see her pretty hip. All right, from here, Joan, we're going to flex the foot and come forward. Good. As she points the toe, she's going to pull the navel in and then just come to the height of the hip. Very good. Keeping that back long. So inhale, she kicks forward. Lovely. And point as she comes back. Good. All right. And she's going to kick forward, stretching through the hamstring, opening up through the back of the hip. Point the toe, pull the navel in, and stretching that quadricep into extension. Good. And I want her to just come to the height of the hip here to make sure she doesn't compromise and go into a low back position that would be without a range. Good, sweetie. And then point your toe and stretch. Good. And once more, keeping that back nice and long. Try not to roll back. But look how nice she's moving into that hip. I mean, that just feels so good to the body. It's really lubricating her joints here. Good. Feels nice, doesn't it? Good. All right, now I'm going to have you take that strap off. Good. Just go ahead and make a nice little bent knee position here. Very good. Okay, these are what I call our clamshells. Okay, so to make this challenging, working through the piriformis in the side of the hip, Joan's going to flex her feet, right? You have to get those heels together to feel the resistance here. You don't work very far here to feel it pretty deeply. All right, I want her to take a breath in. As she exhales, she's going to press the knee up as she presses into the heel. Good, and release it. That's it, but trust me, you feel this, all right? Keep that back nice and long, honey. Good, and press up. Squeeze the heels together. Good. And then she's going to bring the knee back in. All right, so you're going to feel those heels pressing, lift up, exhale, belly strong. Good. You feel that in your piriformis? Right in here?
All right.
Yeah, okay. 2 more times. Squeeze the heels. Good. Now I really felt it that time. That was a good one. All right. Now this time we're going to add to that. Okay, so I want you to press up again. Good. This time she's going to straighten this leg. Good. Bring the heels back together and then connect the knee. Okay, so it's one of these scratch head, pat belly moments. Good. So she's going to press up, open through the piriformis. Good. Stretch out, inhale. Good. Exhale, heels connect again. Inhale, lower the knee. 1 more set. Press up, exhale. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring the heels back to touch. Inhale, you lower back down. Good. All right, now our final exercise, we're not going to do the back end because I don't want you to look at her backside the whole time, but you would repeat the same cycle all the way through. I'm going to have Joan bring her hands together as if she's just doing a patty cake here. All right, now I want her to stretch in through her thoracic region. I want her to keep her sacrum nice and quiet here. All right, so I want to connect this to the breath as well. She's going to inhale and bring this top arm up. As she exhales, she's going to pull her navel in, and then she's going to rotate up through her thoracic region. And she can look up toward her hand if she feels like it. Inhale, she brings it back. Exhale, she connects. So what you may not be seeing here is what a beautiful job she's doing staying stable in this lumbar spine. Inhale, you bring that top arm up. Exhale, you draw your navel in. Good, and you stretch around the rib cage. Good, feeling a nice bit of work around that. Good, inhale, she comes back. Exhale, she closes. Good. Once more, bring it up. Inhale, Joan. Good, exhale, navel to spine. Reach out. Look towards your hand there, sweetie. Just get your cervical spine a little bit of a stretch. Very nice. Inhale, you bring that back. And exhale, you close. Good. So before I switch Joan to the other side, I'm going to end this here and let you know that you could do that same set on the other side. I want to thank Joan for this wonderful work she's done here in demonstrating how strong you can be as you age. Thank you, Joan.
Thank you.